What's going on, everybody? This is Prime Sports Media. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody. I know it's the holidays, and I hope everybody is having a great Christmas wherever you are in the world, spending time with your family. I hope all is well, everybody. I wanted to put this here. This is going to be a short podcast. As you can see on the screen, it says Portal King. I think Coach Prime is continuing to be the Portal King. He's gotten a few young men that he has picked up that will be a great addition to the team. And I hope everybody out there, once again, is having the best time with your family today. And I thank you. I'm here. We're live. I want to get into it. I want to go slow here. There's two players that are in question that I want to talk about that they just picked up in the transfer portal. I want to go slow with making sure I pronounce the names properly because these brothers have some very interesting names. I want to get into, we got some talent coming in. Coach Prime seems to understand how the portal works, just like they do in the NFL, that you supplement your team's talent when you lose players by picking up guys in the free agency, picking up guys in the draft. For college now, it's about using the transfer portal and then supplementing it, getting kids out of high school, recruiting enough of high school talent, blended in with enough sufficient talent from the transfer portal. And I definitely want to get into this because two players were picked up. They got a safety that everybody, this whole thing broke down yesterday, that Tawfiq Byard, if I'm saying the name correct. These brothers have some names, boy. Tawfiq, who's coming over from the University of South Florida. He is a thumper. He is a heavy hitter, dominant. I've watched some video on him. Here he is right here. Here's another look at him right there. He will definitely add to a need because, as you know, they're losing They're losing some of their secondary guy in terms of safeties. And should I remind you? Do I have to remind you, everybody? Of course, we know that Travis is leaving. He'll be in the NFL draft. But Travis plays defensive back in terms of a cornerback. But we're talking about safeties and how important it is to have safeties. We have Carter Stoudemire, who's coming back, who's going to show you what he could do with a full season of being the starter. But we're losing Craig, who I said in the previous video, Craig is the heart of the team, the beat of the team in terms of defensively in that secondary. And we're going to watch them all play in the Alamo Bowl this weekend, but this will be the last time we'll see Craig. We'll see Shilo. These guys are seniors, so eligibility is all gone. Of course, if I'm not mistaken, Preston Hodge will not be back. I think he's a senior. I want to say thank you to Peggy Roster, D. Hall, Alicia coming in, Reggae, everybody that's coming in. Thank you. This will be a short podcast, not a long podcast. I'm not going to take up a lot of time today, but these are some key guys that we're losing in that secondary. Craig is a thumper, hard hitter. We know that Deion Sanders is a hard hitter. So to get a young man like Tawfiq Byard, and I think he has a brother who plays in the NFL for the the Houston Texans, if I'm not mistaken. He has a brother, so he has some lineage in terms of playing football, and he has a brother that's at the pro level. This young man, I'm going to tell you right now, I've got video that I'll show you of him. He's a thumper. And that's what you need. You need a guy in the secondary. This is what CU needs going into this next year, 2025 college football season. You need a guy like Tawfiq, who's a thumper, who's a hitter, who's an intimidator. That's what we need. And one of the things, remember, during the season, there were a few games where we scratched our head and we said, wow, they're missing a lot of tackles. Guys are not tackling properly. Guys are not wrapping people up. People are bump tackling. And this was an area in the defense, as well as the defense played at times this season. There were times when this football team, CU, guys were not wrapping people up and tackling. And then you had guys or the opposition team running back, running up the middle. You need guys not only at the defensive interior level, the defensive tackles, the defensive ends, the edge rushers, the linebackers that can plug those holes, but you need secondary players, specifically strong safeties, free safeties, that can get in the box, play in the box, and stop the run as run support, as well as cover in the pass, because we know that college football really has been predicated on spreading teams out and passing the ball with 4 to 5 wide receivers out. So you've got to have guys that can tackle in space, tackle in the box, guys that can almost be like linebackers. And Tawfiq has these skills. When I show you the video footage, he has the skills. We could have used them this year. And we cannot have that going into 2025 against teams where guys are missing tackles, not wrapping guys up. We need guys that can not only thump you, but can wrap you up. And Tawfiq has those skills. So those of you who say, I never heard of this guy, who is he? He played at the University of South Florida. When you look at the video that I'm going to show you, you will know who he is. He is talented. He is skilled. And he has committed to CU. What I first want to do is show you a few pictures of him. I want to show you this. This is a high school picture of him. This is when he was in high school. And a lot of times what happens is that your best high school players, as you know, are invited to these all-star events where they show their best talents against other top high school talent in the world. We've got Richards who's come in. Thank you for being here and participating in the chat room. I thank everybody that's here. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. So this is his high school picture in terms of his high school all-star camp picture that he took. Here he is. This was the breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. This was the breaking news just yesterday that he had committed to CU. He's got the CU gear on. He has the lineage of his brother who plays at Texas, Houston Texans. Tawfiq is very skillful and should not be slept on. Let me put this up right now. This right here is a complete list of some of the players that they have picked up. Not a complete list, but some of the players, right? They've got Zach, the tight end out of Missouri State, who signed with the team. These are the dates when they actually visited CU. You've got Carter Miller, interior offensive lineman out of Louisiana Monroe, right? We got Otis, defensive lineman, Alabama. That was a steal, everybody, because this brother right here is the best defensive player to come out of the portal, transferring from Alabama to CU, and getting this young man right here, Tawfiq Byard, to get this young man who is another physical. This is adding physicality to our defense when you lose guys like Shilo and Craig due to eligibility, due to them being a senior. This is exactly what we need when we lose these kind of guys. And I'm telling you right now, thank you, PG Big Dog. And we got Blue Devil Gleam in the house. The real Mo Blaze is in the house too. Thank you for being here. I'm telling you, everybody, when you have these kind of guys that can hit and then you can replace them with a guy who comes in with experience at the college level and he can do some damage. Let me show you something. I don't know how many people have done. I know Dave Talk Buffs did a video announcement about this young man, Tawfiq, but I don't know how deep people are going into this, because let's go and look at his high school background. Okay, let's go in here and let's look at this. Now check this out right here. Coach Prime continues to be the portal king, y'all. High school scouting report, just a small little piece. It said right here that Tawfiq ran the indoors 55-meter dash as a junior. He posted a 7.33 second time in January. This was back in 2022. In 2021, he earned first team honors at defensive back at Washington Catholic Athletic Conference. So he played for a Catholic program. This was his high school in terms of his little bit of that right there and a little bit of this right here as I'm back. So this brother giving his commitment to us, I'm telling you, when I show this video to you, you will understand why this is a great pickup for CU when you look at everything from a football point of view. When you saw that, when we witnessed this year, some of the ills or problems in the defense at times as it relates to tackling. This young man has the speed to pursue people, running backs, pursue receivers in space. He has the ability to get to the quarterback. He has the ability to hit the gap like a linebacker and stuff the run. We need that because what was happening with CU, people running up the middle. So when you get guys like, and I must bring this up again, when you get guys, I give you a complete analysis, everybody. When you get guys like Otis, and of course we've got Lightfoot coming over from Fresno, the other defensive tackle, and maybe some more people that are coming because clearly Coach Prime has become the portal king. When you have that type of talent on your defense, it's going to make it easier for us going into the future to stop teams in terms of running up the middle on us effectively. It's going to show there's going to be a difference in tackles being made. The more you get these kind of guys on your team who can stuff the run, who can stop receivers, who can tackle in space, who take proper angles, who's a beast, a talented, a dog, as some would say, right?
Tell the truth.
I just want to let you know what we're dealing with here. I'm playing this out for you because I'm showing you these pictures where he played at South Florida. And you know Coach Prime likes these Florida kids. He likes these young men that play in that state. You know he likes it. Right now, they are in San Antonio. I'm going to have a great show for you on Thursday. I'm doing a pregame show, so don't miss it Thursday evening, where I'm going to break it completely down about the matchup between BYU and CU and how they match up. I found some data that's going to give you a clear picture of how those two teams match up. And this is why it is important that Coach Prime was able to pick up someone like Tawfiq the way he did to be able to sustain what we have gained now, but what we are gaining in the future. So I like this pickup. I like what the brother brings to the table. Let me also spot you some numbers on him right now. Let's put this up here. These are a few numbers on this young man right here. And here we go. Now, this was back when he was thinking about transferring. He was thinking about transferring to a lot of other schools. And it says here, LSU is hosting South Florida. So you got some guys, you got some teams in the SEC, some big-time programs that were interested in Tawfiq. And he chose Coach Prime. LSU had originally hosted the South Florida transfer Tawfiq Byard for a visit to Baton Rouge. Okay, but Tawfiq arrived on a Monday and remained in town for his multi-day stay. The Sutton, after the safety, this is what he totaled. He got 54 tackles, 2 sacks, an interception during his 2024 season. So this is a man for South Florida that was all over the damn place, making plays for the University of South Florida, was looking at LSU, stayed there all day long, overnight, but overall, he chose CU and Coach Prime. This is exciting. This is wonderful news. And I want to show you some video footage on the young man right now. Let me let you see what he is made of right now, y'all. Check this out. What did I say about his ability to stop people in the interior? Right there, you saw him stop, tackle the man, coming inside with pressure. Let's see it one more time.
Has a great chance to get in.
Downfield, that looks like it could have been intercepted, and it is.
You see that? What you saw there is his ability to get inside, make the tackle, and then like I said before, he shows you the ability to cover in the outside as a safety and take the ball away in the air. So he's multidimensional. Once again, Coach Prime has a knack for getting these young men who are multidimensional in the way they play football. Let's get back.
Hands of Tawfiq Byard, able to snag the interception. It's his first of the season. Second down run, Miller, tackled for.
Once again, didn't I emphasize, ladies and gentlemen, the idea of the importance of tackling? What you've seen, again, is that he can tackle. He can get inside with his frame and get to the oppositional players, and he has great pursuit. He can tackle. He can break up passes. That's what we need, because we did see some Craig played well. Shilo had injury issues. We saw this year. But we saw at times that CU would give up big plays with the run in particular, and sometimes, given the good teams that they played against, they would give up tackles. They can't do this against BYU. You can't give up plays without getting a full, solid tackle on the opposition that you're going up against. Check this out again, one more.
Loss.
Again, you saw talent, and let me play this once more. Check this out.
To the hands of Tawfiq Byard, able to snag the interception. It's his first of the season. Second down run, Miller, tackled for a loss.
Tackle for a loss. So what you saw right there, and that's fair use, the purpose of educating, okay, critiquing, critical analysis, sports analysis. That is fair use, everybody. What you saw there is exactly what CU needs. So if you're asking yourself, who is this young man, Tawfiq, who is he? What is he? No, he's a young man who can throw down on you, okay? He's 6'1", 200 pounds, and he's versatile in his skill set, and that's what Coach Prime prides himself on getting. We got the Reverend Nelson in the house, Rev in the house, everybody. Show him some love. We got Lil Rock 2517 in the house. Good to see you, my brother, coming in. Everybody, Peggy Roster, Alicia, everybody that's over here, thank you. Exposing the truth with Vic and Bill Belichick, now college coach. This takes lesson pressure off of Prime. Well, coaches like Belichick and any of these coaches that are in the NFL or even players, they're going to try to copy off of what Coach Prime is doing. Okay, let's keep it real. Reggae says, is the formation, the 4-2-5 makes the defensive back have to make more tackles, and we got burned against K-State and Kansas. Right, we did get burned against those teams, but why did we get burned against those teams? Let's be honest about it. There was some poor tackling. The players didn't come to play as well as they did in the previous games. Coach Prime had already said this. Guys were missing tackles. Guys were missing assignment. There was lack of attention to detail. And when you get a guy like Tawfiq of this caliber on your team, that's going to make a big difference if you got a guy out there like this flying around who you can play in the box, right? You got guys that play safety that can't play in the box, and some guys can only play in the box, but they're a liability when it comes against the pass. This guy is not a liability against the run, and he certainly won't be a liability when it comes to defending the pass. He's skillful. I would recommend all of you, when you get a chance, look at some more video film on him for yourself, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. That video that I just showed you was only about 45 to 48 minutes. That video actually was a 2-minute more. There's more footage of him going to work and operating on people and playing like a pro. So I'm very happy about this pickup, everybody. I hope you are. I think Coach Prime and CU are very fortunate to have gotten this young man and the skills that he brings to the table. So I'm very excited about it. We've got Face-to-Face Sports Talk says, I think Shilo is bad at the angles to make tackles. Well, I'll say this because I'm looking at the future. This guy, Tawfiq, is got great ability at hitting the angles. He takes the right angles. But what's most impressive to me, and it's a basic thing, everybody, is that he's a better tackler. He's physical, but he tackles, he pursues, and he knows what he's doing. And I don't think we will have problems with him, with Tawfiq, not taking great angles. I think that this young man is going to give us exactly what we need in a secondary. And I think it's a great pickup considering what we're losing in the secondary to get this young man right here when we're losing Craig. As I said before, Craig is going to be leaving, right? Here he is, Craig. And we're going to be losing Shilo, right? But we're also gaining. Let's not sleep on Carter Stoudemire. Please do not sleep on this young man. Remember, he was put into the starting lineup when Shilo was hurt, right? And was out. And we got to be honest, Carter did a hell of a job in the time that he was starting. Now we're going to really see what this young man is all about when hopefully he gets the starting job. And I think that this young man, Tawfiq, is a plug-in and play guy day one. You hear what I just said? Tawfiq is a plug-in and play right now guy. He could have easily signed with LSU. I think they were looking at him pretty closely. So you put him in the backfield with Carter Stoudemire, I think we're going to have a pretty damn good safety duel between the two of them. Because Stoudemire can tackle, Stoudemire can make plays, and this young man, Tawfiq, can definitely make plays because I've looked at more video on him than what I've just shown you today. And he can make plays, y'all. He can make plays. And we know Stoudemire can make plays too. So I'm looking forward to next year, of course. I'm looking forward to the game in the Alamo Bowl. We got unfinished business. Once again, everybody, don't miss my pre-game video. I'm going to have some great video footage in that video for you to enjoy. We're going to talk about it. I've got some great, I did a deep dive research on information as it relates to BYU and how they match up against CU and how CU matches up with them. And you're going to find some interesting information that I don't know how many people are going to lay this on you like I am, but I'm going to lay some really good information on you that will educate you as it relates to the matchup between CU and BYU in the Alamo Bowl. And I'm going to get into, in that video, some of the history of CU's history when it comes to the Alamo Bowl. But today, we just picked up great talent here in this young man right here, Tawfiq. Once again, I give him a clap. Now, I want to talk about another young man that we've just picked up. These guys have some names, y'all. And here we go. Woo! Ogunbiyi. We got the young man Ogunbiyi, who is an offensive lineman, played at Texas A&M. He had made some statements in a video that I looked at where he said that, hey, people think that I'm underestimate me, but don't underestimate me. When I show you some video on him, when he went up against some of the best high school offensive linemen and he went up against some of the best defensive linemen in the country. I think he was at one of these all-star camps where they have the best of the best there, and he held his own. Okay, now another thing I want to remind you as I get ready to go into the issue around Ogunbiyi and his talent, I want to remind everybody we're going to get 3 years of eligibility from Tawfiq. Tawfiq has, if I'm not mistaken, he has 3 years of eligibility left. So we're getting a young player who still has room to grow, everybody. Just want to remind you about that. But putting this young man back up here, again, the offensive lineman, and once again, getting offensive linemen, getting big offensive linemen that can move somebody is a premium that we need. And I think getting this guy, Ogunbiyi, is going to be sensational for us. Let me give you some background on this guy right here. He's very interesting. Here's a picture of him right there at Texas A&M. Now, the only reason why he had a down year because he got hurt. So prior to him getting hurt at Texas A&M, he was a plug-in and play day one for Texas A&M as a starting there, right? But he got hurt, and after getting hurt, then his play was limited due to injury. But let me let you know about Ogunbiyi. Ogunbiyi stands at 6'4", weighs 315 pounds. He had made 8 starts over his 5 years in College Station, Texas, appeared in 23 games. This is because he got hurt, that his time was limited. As a recruit, Ogunbiyi was a 4-star prospect and was ranked number 13 offensive guard in 2020 class. Now, he was also ranked number 43 player in Texas according to 24/7 Sports. Okay? Here's another one for you. Here's one for you right here. Ogunbiyi saw the bulk of his playing time as a sophomore in 2021 and a junior in 2022, logging 611 offensive snaps. That's pretty good with getting some experience. 611 offensive snaps over the 2 seasons. Unfortunately, as I was speaking before, because there were some injury issues that he had to deal with, unfortunately, everybody. He had, unfortunately, he suffered from a season-ending injury, knee injury, in 2023, which kept him from returning to a starting role with Texas A&M. This young man comes from Sugar Land, Texas. He's a Sugar Land, Texas native. And the goal is that we're looking for him to come in and impact Colorado Buffaloes in 2025 during his final season of eligibility. So he's playing as a senior next year. This is Ogunbiyi, brother right here. Ogunbiyi. I think his full name is Aki Ogunbiyi. He has an African name. These brothers with these names, y'all, but they're coming to us. They're coming to see you. I want you to see what he is made of. I want you to see this video. I want to thank you for being here today, participating in the chat room. I want to get some of your thoughts. If any of you guys have seen video on this young man, I want you to watch. Now, in this video, you're going to see right here, he wears number 74. But when he was at the All-Star training camp where he was going up against some of the best defensive, I think he went up against the #1 defensive lineman coming out of high school during this time. They were having these drills And in the drills, he was dominant. And hopefully he has recovered from his knee injury. And hopefully Coach Phil and Coach Prime and the coaching staff at CU can get this young man playing back to his form before he had that injury. But I want to let you see his capability, y'all. His skill set, his capability. I don't know how many people have shown you this, but this is him. I want you to take a look very carefully. In this video, he's number 73. He wears 74 when he was at College Station at Texas A&M. But in this all-star collection of who's who of top players and coming out of high school at the time that he came out, he held his own against these defensive linemen, and he wears number 73. He's got a brown or dark-colored helmet, and I want you all to see exactly what he's made of. Check this out. You see how he's moving people? He moved that guy. That guy was a top defensive lineman out of high school that he's going up against. Check this out again. He was able to hold his own. He was able to hold his position. See, look at that. There he is right there. That's this young man right here. Yeah, you're right. I think he is Nigerian. Ogunbiyi. But these brothers got these difficult names, but I want you to see this again. See? He's holding his ground. He's holding his position. Look at that. Keep an eye on 73. There he is. Look at that. Boom. He pancakes the guy down. Pancakes him. Did you all see that, everybody? Look at that. 73 again. Look at him. Hold his own. Hold his position. Look at how he got his arms in the right position. Coach Phil, you know who I'm talking about, the offensive lineman coach of CU, who also played with the Minnesota Vikings when he was in the NFL. We're talking about Coach Phil. Coach Phil is going to love working with this young man. He's definitely going to love working with him. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Check this out right here. Look at this. Woo! He gets him. Now he's wearing the white colored jersey on this one. It's still number 73. He's got the brown colored helmet. He completely he's going up against some of the top young talent that was being recruited. Watch this again. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Boom. Pancake the guy. Did y'all see what I saw, everybody? What do you think about that right now? That's this young man right here. Ogunbiyi. I don't know. I think I'm saying that name correct. He's Nigerian. I think he is Nigerian. What you saw right there is that his potential abilities. The only thing that held him back at Texas A&M, that took away his ability to get more playing time and took his starting position away from him, was an injury to his knee. My question is, I hope that the knee is healed. I hope that he's completely healthy. I'm sure they're going to do a battery of tests to make sure that he's healthy and ready to go in time being. But Ogunbiyi is the man right now who has made his commitment to CU. And once again, we talked about Tawfiq, who is now the safety who's making his way over to CU. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to make it a long show. I said it would be a short show. I'm going to get ready to close out. I'm going to read some of the things that you're saying in the chat room first as we get ready to close out, because I know people are with their family. But I think these young men are, this young man is a great pickup right here. There he is right there. My man, Ogunbiyi, he's a great pickup. And I think my man right here, as you see right there, Tawfiq is a great pickup for CU as well. He has lineage, as I said. He has a brother by the name of Kevin Byard, who plays for the Texas Houston Texans in the NFL. So I'm sure he's going to be in the ear of his brother and coaching him up as well to do well at CU. So these are two pickups in the transfer portal, which is why I said again in the beginning of this podcast that Coach Prime remains the portal king. I hope that you all are having a great get time with your family, your friends, your loved ones, whoever you care about. Much respect to your family. I'm going to read your thoughts, what you're saying in the chat room in just a moment. I'm just trying to take it all in right now because I would say that both of these are great pickups, but the most impact out of the two would be Tawfiq. I think Tawfiq is the one who has a greater upside because, one, he's got 3 more years of eligibility. He's going to get better. Ogunbiyi is a senior, so he's going to give us what he can give us. But you got to have, this is important, you got to have depth in your offensive line. And we should be, Coach Prime, I think, is continuing to want to improve the offensive line. Because there were a few issues this season so far in the beginning of the season that the offensive line struggled with, and they made improvements along the way. Jordan Seaton, those like Jordan Seaton have really stepped up and done their thing, showed up and showed out. This young brother right here, Jordan Seaton, who's only going to get better. Remember, he was the top freshman offensive lineman coming in. So hopefully he will continue to get better and improve. But whenever we can get another offensive lineman, I don't care if he's going to be a senior with only 1 year left of eligibility, that could still help us next season in 2025, because these seasons are brutal. Guys get hurt. You need depth. When someone's not playing well, you need to be able to plug someone in. And we saw Coach Prime do that several times this season where they had to plug guys in. You had Cash Cleveland, who took over at center and has been named, what has he been named? He's been named all freshman team, I think, according to On Sports and 24/7. I think they got him there. Jordan Seaton's been ranked all freshman as well. So getting a guy who comes in who has some experience at Texas A&M, it won't hurt the team. It can only help us to be better. So everybody, let's go in here and see what you got to say about some of this. And appreciate you. So let's put up my man right here. Richard says, later, guys. I'm be safe out here. Yeah, be safe. No drinking, no driving. Be safe. We got, thank you, sir. Just sub. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Kueth. I'll figure out your name. So I'm bad with names, but thank you, sir, for subscribing to the channel. This is how we do it over here. Try to give you a good analysis. I don't want to take up all your time because Thursday will be the night that I'll do the longer show for the pregame show. So make sure you come back over here Thursday. Gear says, Richards bigger and older is a good start. Peggy Rosser says, please like. Let me see what my man, what he's saying right here. I like that we are getting young guys that already have some playing time and have multiple years to play. Good point. I give you complete kudos on that, sir. Great point. Great point you just made. Great point. Let me see here. Blue Devil Gleam says it's all about Bill in 2025 at UNC. I'm not. Nobody's thinking about. No, I'm not thinking about Bill Belichick. I don't think he has the. I don't think he has the energy or aptitude to deal with college players. I just don't think he's built like Deion is for this. In the same sense, coming from, because he doesn't even get along. He doesn't even have a great personality in the professional leagues. He wins, yes, but Tom Brady doesn't even really like him. And Tom Brady won a lot of Super Bowls for him. So I don't know how he's going to get along with these college kids. College kids are totally different than dealing with professionals. Let me see right here. When I played ball, my coach had this one saying he hit somebody that had teams scared to even play us because we had wide receivers running into. Fantastic, fantastic. B. Moore comes in the house. B. Moore comes in the house and says, Deion is running things. Yeah, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. Richard says this. Let me see. Dylan Edwards not looking good at K-State now. Yeah, I've been hearing about that. He's not. I'm hearing rumors that he's not doing well there. Maybe he should have stayed at CU. I mean, I hope that I hope that things get better for Dylan Edwards. I don't wish him any bad luck. Let me see. Peggy says, thanks for all of you that are here. Thank you. I'm going to get ready to end the show, everybody, because, it's Christmas Day. People are with their families, and I want you to enjoy your time with your family. I thank you for coming over and being a part of what we have going on over here. Once again, these are the guys that are coming in. The transfer portal is still open. There's still more talented young men who are going to find their way to see you. You'll see. This is just the beginning. We'll see how many more players decide to come over. We're hearing every day about certain players. There's a young receiver from Purdue. I think he's a receiver who is now put his hat in the transfer portal, and he's good, y'all. I think there's a guy. There's some other teams out there that are losing players that are good, and we could have the fortune of getting these players. So once again, we're going to keep our eyes open. We're going to see what's going to happen. Everybody, don't forget to come back on Thursday evening so I can do the pregame show. You don't want to miss this show because it's going to be filled with a lot of good information. I've got some really cool videos to show you. You're going to really enjoy the show as we get ready for the Alamo Bowl on Saturday, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And have a good night. Peace.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.